It's thinking. Oh, there it goes. All right. It's time. The bus has arrived.
Are we live?
Yeah, we're up now.
Nice.
You'll notice that...
Oh, there's the...
Huh?
Go on. Now go on there, boy.
You'll notice that my co-host's voice sounds all messed up. That's because he is on hormone treatment, and it's
That's right.
starting to affect
I
him.
went down here to Texas. To get my hormone treatment.
And then what happened? How's your hormone treatment going?
Well, the doctor shot me with his revolver. He said, "Yeehaw," and then shot me. But luckily, I was at a hospital, so I'm good now. Yeah, so I'm here in the land of cowboys. Although, disappointingly, there's no cowboys here. Haven't even seen a cowboy hat. Haven't even seen anyone carrying a big old pistol on their hip. Pretty disappointing. Ashamed of you, Texas.
Well, you know what they say about Texas. You know what things come from Texas. And
What?
well, it was in a movie, this old movie. Only steers and one other thing comes from Texas.
I can't think of the other thing.
All right, we're doing Elden Ring.
Yep.
And it's probably going to be bad because I haven't done it for a little while. I'm generally decent at Souls games. No, you know what? I can't do this. I need the audio. I can't do this game without the audio. Let's move on.
Why not?
Because I realized that I have to hear... Oh, where's my mixer?
Hear them attack.
Yeah, I have to be able to hear the dudes coming, or they will get me.
I see.
No, you don't. You don't see anything. You don't understand anything. Just shut up.
No.
Okay. You're not... You don't have any way to watch this, do you? Oh, crap.
I can pull up the stream. It'd be a little weird because I would also be able to hear myself talk.
Oh, yeah.
But
that's
it'd have
true. Yeah,
considerable
it'd
delay.
just be weird. I'll just tell you what's going on screen. I just won. I just beat the game.
Okay. Well, that was easy.
Yeah, I wasn't so hard. They say this game's hard.
Yeah. This game's hard, but only if you're like a baby or a journalist.
If you're a game journalist, then you'll demand that they make an easy mode to respect their players.
We'll make a mode with no enemies, and you just walk to the ending, and then it says you win. And it'll have an upvote button that you can press at the end. You win. Upvote us.
Why don't all games have a Reddit widget embedded into them?
Yeah.
So that you can upvote or downvote them.
This game is epic. Please upvote.
You guys will probably wonder.
Sure, today win 10 narwhals.
10 narwhals and 4 bacons. Oh, I didn't have full health either. I just ran in without full health. So I haven't done this for like a month, so I'm gonna suck. I, in the past, have been fairly good at Souls games. I used to do Dark Souls 3 a lot. And I was fairly good at PvP, but it takes quite a bit of time. If I remember... Oh, wait. You wanna slice...
So since I'm here, in Texas. Why don't you tell me what you know about this shooting I've heard so much about?
Oh yeah, that's right. You must be really scared about shooters with that scary shooting that just happened.
Well, apparently the cops will not help.
Oh, I just picked off a dude with. Oh, and he got me. Okay.
Oh, oh.
You don't. You don't need to have guns. You can just call the
You
police.
don't need a gun?
You just call the police and wait for the police to arrive, and it's all hunky dory.
Yeah, and then they'll taser you for trying to stop him.
And
Maybe.
hopefully,
The shooter will run out of bullets, and then we can go in.
and hopefully the police will shoot the bad guy and not you, since he has
Yeah,
since
with their guns that they have.
the bad guy has a scary gun, and you don't. So, you're a more convenient bad guy for the police. I forgot if this damaged me or not. I think it did not.
I thought.
I think okay.
I
it does
mean,
not.
do cops no longer keep ARs and shotguns in the back of their vehicles now?
I'm pretty sure they had ARs. I think all cops have some kind of ARs.
Yeah.
Damn.
I mean,
Oh,
the kid apparently had a Daniel defense, though. So that is probably nicer than what the cops had. But
oh yeah, you were telling me that
That's like,
that is a interesting gun, right? It's used by certain people.
yeah, so like a lot of times, like special forces will have that sort of thing. So not like military, but maybe like if you're in the FBI, you might use something like that.
The FBI,
Or
huh?
SWAT.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Would it be hard for like a normal person to come across that kind of gun?
I mean, a civilian can get them,
Okay.
but they're on the pricier side, so they can go up to like $6,000 for one of those rifles. I don't know what he had exactly, but it was a pretty higher end one, if I'm not mistaken. So
I wonder if he was rich. It sounded like he lived with his. Oh my gosh. He sounded like he was just like a high school kid who lived with his grandma, so I don't know where he got all that money.
I don't know. He probably, I don't know. I'm sure we'll be told what happened, and we can't question it. And if you question it, then you're a conspiracy theorist.
Conspiracy theorists are pretty dangerous, way more dangerous than like active shooters actually. So the police will actually take you seriously if you're
Yeah.
if you say dangerous ideas that go against like the official narrative about something.
Yeah. Well, I'm not afraid of the police now at this point because apparently they're just going to stand around outside.
Yeah, maybe if you actually have a gun, then the police will leave you alone.
Did the shooter have any body armor?
No, I don't think so.
So the cops
And they were just standing outside.
the
They
cops
didn't
had
even
body armor and rifles and shotguns and whatever.
they didn't engage him. So I assume they didn't really know what he had other than hearing his other than hearing the gunshots, I suppose.
Yeah, hearing the screams and gunshots, they stood around outside going, sounds really bad in there.
Oh man, that sounds pretty scary. We better. Who do we call? What's the protocol? Or do we? We should wait for backup.
Wait for backup, wait for SWAT to arrive.
Let's wait. Let's call the FBI.
Yeah,
Gosh.
they're probably familiar with the weapon too, so they would have a good plan set up. We know exactly what level of body armor to wear.
Oh my gosh. He's doing really well this time. having trouble against a freaking grunt knight. You know,
Mm.
the knights in the starting castle are always hard in each game, in each Souls game. Like the Dark Souls 3 ones, I fought them so many times that they became easy to me, but the first time that I fought them, they were really hard. So, I'm sort of a noob at this game still, even though I've played most of these games. Except for Bloodborne, for obvious reasons. Bloodborne and Demon Souls. Oh my
I had a PlayStation for a little bit, but I didn't really buy any games for it. And then I sold it.
PS3?
I had a PlayStation 4. I almost bought the Crash Bandicoot remake, but I was kind of like, why bother? When you could play the original, even though the remake is probably less buggy.
Oh my gosh. Oh, there goes the rest of the stuff I had. Oh, I'm not doing too good. Oh, I'm not doing too good. So,
I was watching a live stream of King Pivot 001, and he was horrible at Dark Souls.
Now I've gone and done it again. Now, streamers like King Pivot 001 are what's causing all the trouble in our country today. And all of his subscribers need to unsubscribe.
That's right. Hey, there's this cool new game on Steam coming out. I'll probably play it sometime.
What game is that? Jefferson Starship.
Well, it seems to be called Nazi Furry.
Oh, I thought you were going to talk about something
coming out
else.
real soon. Oh.
I thought you were going to talk about...
Which one?
The Palestine one that I showed you.
Oh yeah, the shooter. Yeah, Steam doesn't give a fuck, and that's great.
You know which one I'm talking about? Where you play as like Palestinian rebels, or I don't know, are they military? I think they're just guerrillas.
Yeah.
They're highly
I
trained.
assume you're fighting the Americans.
In guerrilla warfare.
Not the Israelis, but the Americans, because the Americans are the Israeli military.
How much military does...
At least, the combatants.
How much military does Israel actually have? There's like the whole...
I don't know, they have people that arm the wall and shoot little Palestinian kids in the head whenever they get too close, but other than that, I don't think they have much of an army.
They don't have mandatory military service in Israel, do they? I'm trying to remember if...
Oh, I think they do.
Okay, yeah.
They do.
Yeah. So, I guess they have some soldiers. Okay, this is the time.
Yeah. This is the time.
Oh! Dang, you can go a freaking ways. These guys are a bit stronger than the knights in previous games as well.
All Israeli citizens over the age of 18 are accepted. Nationals. Okay.
Accepted or required? Oh, gosh.
National military service is mandatory for all Israeli citizens over the age of 18. So, yeah. So probably, if you don't... Realistically, though, because if you have that many people, you'll probably just be put in, like, an office position or something. Well, it'll be like a refrigerator repair guy or some crap.
They'll just have you, like... let's have you, like, help the Americans out sometimes. The Americans, aka Israel's guard dog. Oh, not in a restricted space.
Maybe you'll plant some bombs in an American building.
I'm having trouble with this nigged This Nigged is
Can
a harder enemy than he should be. Finally. I'm usually good with
There's
this.
a dog. He's barking. Makes
Well,
me sad.
you know, you know how they solve that problem in Texas.
The old Yeller way.
That dog's no good. I beat it.
Please, Pa.
I broke him.
To die.
I actually got. I'm in the first area of this spot. Oh, this looks like there's going to be something here that I'm supposed to do. Oh, maybe not. I'm in the kind of first area of Elden Ring. It is open world, but there's kind of a first spot that's like right in front of the spawn area where you're meant to go. I'm going through this castle. And I actually managed to sneak around because of its open world nature to get to the final boss of it. But I want to experience the whole thing. Oh man, there's a big freaking
I see. Yeah, it seems. I don't know if open world is easier to develop than
Oh man,
like a linear game is.
that's
but-
gotta be the same guy who kills you at the start of the game. If I remember right.
Well, speaking of killing people, there was also a shooter in California.
The one like a
who was
week. One like a week before. Wait, hold on.
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
he was a Chinese communist guy, and whatever. They didn't talk about him as much as this current one, but
Oh yeah, we didn't. Did we talk enough about the current one? He was like.
I don't know. But it seems like there's a lot of them now that an election is coming up. They've got a new disease, and a lot of mass shootings are happening. So
Oh, here's another one.
naturally, that's what our elections are actually for. Once the election happens, all of the bad things happening in the United States just stop for a little bit.
Once their guy wins the election, you hear a whole lot about like it's time to come together and have peace.
Yeah,
Gosh dang.
we need peace
It's time
and
for us.
really expensive gas.
It's time.
And really expensive food.
It's
and
time
houses.
for us to meet in the middle. There's a church right in the center of the United States. And just like this church, it's time for us to meet in the middle. There's so much division. And then Trump wins an election. Kill them, kill them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, you didn't watch the Super Bowl, did you? Did I tell you about?
No.
There was this commercial with Bruce Springsteen where it was basically like that. It was a stupid propaganda commercial. There were like 3 like that as well.
Who is Bruce Springsteen?
You've got to be kidding me, Jeff. you need.
I don't know.
I need to give you like some of my music collection sometime. He's a significant 70s/80s musician.
Okay. And he's a Democrat?
Yeah, he's done libtard stuff, particularly in the last decade or two. And, you know, they get them all to do their propaganda stuff for them. They all...
Well, yeah. If he's doing a Super Bowl commercial saying, "Oh, it's time to come together and stand under the stars and stripes and suck Joe Biden's cock and
It's
smoke
time.
crack with his son."
You know, you're actually doing his voice perfectly, even though you don't know who he is. Oh my gosh. I should have known that.
I
was
know, I
coming.
just picked a generic, like, American tough guy voice.
He was... Have you ever heard Born in the USA?
Yes.
That's him. So
Oh, okay.
yeah,
Okay, yeah.
he was kind of, I don't know, he was cool in the 70s and 80s, I guess. Um, Although I do recall reading somewhere that like Ronald Reagan wanted to use that song for his campaign or something, and he said no. But
He said no.
and he said, yeah. Uh,
Yeah.
Gosh, I'm gonna go a different direction this time, if I can. I don't know if I can.
Well, you know how it is. If you go against the left, they'll boycott you. If you go against the right, they will say they'll boycott you, but then retract their boycott about 2 months later when you release something new. So
They just aren't as dedicated, and I think it's partly because of all the propaganda.
it might be because they're not young people with lots of free time and emotions running rampant. So,
Yeah, I think the left also is very. They seem to have the propaganda network seems to be able to really easily tell them what to do and think. Oops. Oh, this is a bad
well, I think maybe
situation.
it's just a mindset that they have, like
That
have like retrieve message, repeat message, retrieve message, repeat message, all over.
kind of like almost like a robot,
Yeah, or
like an
like a
AI,
computer, like repeating a message.
kind of like a.
Like a server. I don't know.
Like I was gonna say, like an NPC. I couldn't think of anywhere else to go with the joke. Oh crap! It's got to be boring watching.
I figured. Oh, it is. All the audience members hate you because you didn't vote for Joe Biden.
There's a church.
There's no one more American.
There's a church right in the middle of the United States, right in the middle of America. Oh.
There's a church, and it's called Lady Liberty.
How did that not work? Oh my gosh. I keep doing worse and worse.
Now, there's nothing more that I like than going to church in my pickup truck and singing about our Lord Jesus. But we can't let these criminals have these nasty AR-15 assault rifles. There's nothing more American than banning assault rifle.
It's time.
There was an assault weapons ban in the United States.
In certain areas, or was there a big
No, it was
one?
national.
Did it get retracted?
No, this was before, and actually the Obama administration didn't renew it, so good on them. But I mean, it didn't seem to do much considering the Columbine shooting happened during this ban. But basically, they went after ARs and AKs. But how they did it was they went after like retracting stocks and pistol grips, so you couldn't sell a rifle with either of those. Kind of like how California is now, where you have to get a fucked up AR with like no thumb hole. You have to like do this weird ass grip.
They're just trying to chip away at it slowly. The death by 1,000 cuts.
And that's a good way to do it if that's your goal, because then you can say, oh no, we're not trying to ban them, we're just trying to go after this single aspect, when in the end they know what they're doing. So
yeah, I just wonder at some point, or at what point will they make the leap to let's get rid of all guns. I mean, it's easier to make that leap if you're already closer.
Well, their target right now is AR-15s.
Sir Pivot bravely ran away. I snuck past him instead of fighting him. Just like a police officer.
I don't think they can. Jesus Christ. The police officers bravely stood outside.
The police bravely ran away. Okay.
But it's not like it's going to end if they do manage to ban AR-15s. They're just going to go after whatever's next. So if it's AR-15s, probably the next one is going to be any rifle with over 5 rounds. Maybe they'll go after AK-47 style weapons. I'm not sure.
Yeah. There's a... What's it going to It is kind of scary. There were a lot of parents at the Texas shooting who... I guess there was enough time that they all heard about it. Oh. I don't have these guys' movesets memorized yet. So if I win, then it's more impressive. As opposed to, like... As opposed to Dark Souls 3, where I have all their moves and like the precursors to their moves memorized, so I can easily beat them without getting hit. So that was actually a feat of pure skill.
No, I think we need to consult Greta Thunberg on what we should think about this.
Well,
how dare you?
She's not supposed to offer... Oh. She's not supposed to offer solutions. She's only supposed to talk... She doesn't talk about the solutions. She just talks about the problems. So don't
so she
ask
just
her...
repeats what she saw on TV?
Don't ask her for solutions, you chud. Stop your... What did they call it? They had some buzzword there. Oh my gosh. They had some buzzword they were trying to do for that for a while. I think they called it sea lioning.
Yeah.
You remember that?
Well, it's like... No, I don't.
They call it sea lioning if you ask too many questions.
Well, I mean, there are questions about it, like, so how are people supposed to heat their homes if you're not generating power? Are you just supposed to freeze to death in the winter?
You have taken away my childhood. How dare you? How dare you?
It's funny though, because no one took away her childhood. She was like
a child
willingly...
She was a child of money. I think both of her parents are actors.
Really?
Yeah. Which...
Why does her face look like that then?
Oh my. Can he get through that door? I'm gonna assume he can. Oh, he can't. There's a guy here...
I thought actors were supposed to be good looking though. Why does she look like that?
Oh, there we go.
Come on.
Come on. Come on. I don't know.
Come on.
She might... she might have some
Listen up, there's nothing more American than listening to a little Swedish girl about climate change. We need to change our lives because we took away her childhood.
Is that right here this whole time? Hold on.
What?
Just go rest.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Just watch the stream. Just pull up your laptop. Just pull up your laptop and pretend to be a watcher.
Need to go grab my... Oh, no,
so he's... If I didn't say already, he's out. He's off in a different state other than the state that we're from at the moment.
Yeah.
Moving to a different state, which may or may not be the state that he's now in. I'm pretty sure this is the guy who killed me at the start of the game. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he is.
That's because you're a little punk.
I should have just...
Use my voice doing that.
I should have just gotten good. This guy's totally gonna wreak havoc on me. He's going to assault my body mercilessly.
Yes.
Gosh, I hit him like 4 times and I'm about 1/16 through his health bar. This is totally going to be the next thing I do on this game. How I play Dark Souls games and similar games is I keep trying something over and over without changing my strategy at all. And tell anyone who says the definition of insanity is trying something over and over and expecting a different result to shut their freaking mouth. Because first of all, that's not true. Insanity is a blanket term that can mean lots of different things. You might mean...
Yeah, what is the definition? I don't think that is the definition. What is the definition?
I don't think it has a fucking definition. It could mean schizophrenia, or it could mean being... Oh my gosh. Sorry. I can't think with... I don't have my full processor available while playing Souls games. I should have known better, but I did it anyway.
I can't think either.
Hey, I've been fighting this guy the whole time, though, for like the last 2 minutes, so I haven't died yet. Oh, gosh.
That actually does bother me in games when they make a guy, when they just give a guy tons of health just to make the battle last longer.
Well, this guy's like a mini-boss, so he's not a normal enemy. But, yeah, that's how a lot of... Oh. That's how a lot of bosses are.
The definition of insanity is the state of being seriously mentally ill.
Yeah.
Or
it could be lots of things.
Extreme foolishness or irrationality.
See, so we're both insane. So I don't know who started that. I think it was some like... Oh, there I go. I think it was some...
It's probably from a video game or something.
It's some movie line or some urban myth that started. So, okay, yeah, first of all, it's wrong. And secondly, there is nothing wrong with trying the same thing again and expecting a different result. Maybe if it's like with women, maybe. But, well, you never know. There are factors that could change. Like if you just are an autist every time you talk to a girl, you'll avoid all of
you could improve with your subsequent tries, though, is the thing. Like,
yeah, that's true. That's what I was going to say. It's not It's not called insanity. That's called practice. And that's what I'm doing right now. That's what I'm going to do for the next couple hours as I fight this guy and get killed by him over and over. And I'm going to do worse on the second try than the first try as well, because I have an element of beginner's luck on the first try. I have because I think it's from like my adrenaline is really high, or maybe I'm focusing harder.
Maybe.
So I usually do better the first time than the second and third time. And every once in a while I have a fluke first time win. My siblings are like that as well. It must run in the family. My freaking brother. Oh, what were they called? Now I can't remember the name. Oh, gosh. So that does hurt you. My brother in Dark Souls 3, you won't know what this is because you played like up to the first boss and then quit, but my brother did Dark Souls 3 and I watched him beat the Abyss Watchers on the first try. So people who have played Dark Souls 3 can appreciate how insane that is. But he had a hard time with other bosses, like the what was it called? The Rotted Greatwood. I think it's this giant kind of rotting demon tree. And that one isn't that hard. I think I beat that on first or second try, and that one took him quite a while. I think he did better against smaller humanoid bosses. Ah, gosh. And I did better against giant Colossus bosses. Usually the humanoid ones.
Say that is?
I don't know. We have different styles. He's much more of a Leroy Jenkins-esque strategy, and I'm more of a wait for an opening I watch and block and dodge and wait for a good opening.
Yeah.
So
I guess in different situations, which one will benefit you more?
Yeah, he sometimes wins more often, but he also dies more often.
Yeah.
One thing we share is we're both super stubborn, though. We latch onto something and never give up.
Yeah. In a way, I'm like that too. Me and my brother, when we play games, like, once I like a character or a class, I will not choose anything except for that class.
Oh man, you're that guy in Smash Bros. Who only plays as his main, aren't you?
Basically, yeah.
I have another friend who does that. I'm glad in Smash Ultimate. Okay. That's alright.
Yeah.
I like in Smash Ultimate how it makes you it makes you choose a character every time it starts over and doesn't just start with the character selected that you just used. Because it forces you to shamefully pick it again. Oh my gosh. It's the first time I used that move. So he has to do the walk of shame to pick it every time. Do you have to go right now?
I think so, yeah.
Oh, there's some dudes. Okay.
Alright. But thanks for having me on the stream, as usual.
Thanks for inviting me for the 11th time in a row. Oh wait, no, this would be 12, because we started at 0. We started at 0.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Because we're tech people, and tech people know that you count from 0.
That's right. All arrays start at 0, not 1. You fucking idiots.
Except in, like...
Only plebeian languages start at 1. Come on.
You know a language... I think some elements of Python do that. Oh, MATLAB does that.
Well, still, yeah. Does it? I don't think it does.
In matrices or arrays, which are the same thing? Oh, someone's here. Someone says N.
Don't stop your call. Just a second.
All right, I gotta go.
sounds like he's making a sandwich.
Making a sandwich with cheese.
That's gonna be our.
All right.
That's our code.
All right. See you.
All right. See you, bro. He's gone. My only friend is gone. Now it's just me and you cross-cut. I think. Why don't we give it one more try? Let's give it one more. Is the dude still here? Yes, he is. Did the NPCs walk back to their area? I think they did. Yeah, they did. Okay. Alright, we're gonna do this one more time. Personally, I think this game is hard enough without this guy putting his swords into my body. Why aren't there video games about making friends with big, scary, mutated demons with swords? Because I would really prefer to do that. I would much rather be friends with this guy. Even though he's hurt me a lot, I'm okay having an abusive relationship with him where we just forgive each other. Where I mostly forgive him for killing me several times. And then he just leaves me alone. Although, I did willingly walk into his lair again, even knowing that he's here and that he's going to kill me. So. But, can you really blame me? Can you blame the victim? I don't think so. I think that, even if I walk into a dark forest drunk with a guy who has a reputation with the ladies, this guy is still the one who's committing the crime, therefore is at fault. I actually do think this is kind of a cool mini-boss, though. He has an interesting moveset. This game has a lot of very, potent. A lot of varied movesets. A lot of these enemies have really wide movesets. I haven't played this very much yet. I've played most of the Souls games, but I've had a lot of... I've been busy in the time since this game came out, so I haven't had much time for it yet. What I should really do is just make a magic build and cheese everything. But alas, I'm a patrician with standards. And so, I torture myself with that kind of thing. Alright. Well, we're gonna call that good. Like I said, he is, my friend is on the road right now, so he just called in. It sounded like he had to go. And I don't want to just monologue for the next 20 minutes, so we're going to call it good with that. Thank you for watching momentarily, Crosscut, and whatever 2 or 3 other people there were. Alright, that will be the bus stop. Oh.